Hello, is that recording all right? Yes, it is. Hello, I am back with my friends at Kimberley Caravans, and today we're going to have a look at another one of their dealer specials. This one comes from Swift. It's based on the Sprite and it is the Swift Icon. Today we're going to look at this one, which is the Swift Icon T48. Now, anyone who went to the Motorhome and Caravan show can see that Swift have really pulled it out the bag this year. The styling of their caravans and motorhomes is absolutely fantastic. And Kimberley has taken the Sprite and taken it to the next level with a host of extra goodies. So let's go through this rather desirable caravan. We're going to start, as always, with the price, weights and measures. We'll then have a closer look at the exterior and the extra goodies you get there. And then finally, we'll have a look inside and see what the interior is like. So let's start with the price, weights and measures.
The Kimberley Caravan's Swift Icon T48 is based on the Sprite Grande Major 4 SB. Including all the extras you get over and above the standard Sprite, this caravan retails in November 2022 at £28,895. Its MRO is 1,381 kilos, that's 30 kilos more than the standard Sprite, and correspondingly the MTPLM has also been increased by the same amount to 1,537 kilograms. That's 1,537 kilograms MTPLM. This gives you a payload of 156 kilos. Swift does not provide axle or chassis information up front, and this video is made without interference from Kimberley Caravans. So if 156 kilos is not enough payload for you, you will need to check directly with Kimberley whether or not this caravan can be up-plated. The overall length of this caravan is 7.54 metres, that's 24 foot 9 inches. And the internal body length is 5.83 metres, that's 19 foot 2. Width is 2.46 metres, 8 foot 1, just within the permitted maximum of a trailer towed by a car within the UK. Finally, one thing I omitted from mentioning when we go through the exterior is that the Kimberley Caravan's Swift Icon boasts a solar panel as part of its standard specification.
So that's the price, weights and measures. Now let's grab the handheld camera and I'll talk you through the exterior. So you can see it's quite a broad caravan. The black accents on the front there really sort of make it stand out, and it's quite a nice effect on this gas locker. I don't know if you can, the camera's picking that up, but it's a really nice, it's something a bit different. This charcoal grey really is very, very smart. I mean, it looks anything but an entry-level caravan, doesn't it? But then the Sprite does these days. And as you can see, this is all anything but entry-level. We've got a stabiliser hitch here on the Alco chassis, huge front locker. And here we see a couple of the upgrades that are unique to the Icon. We have a gas barbecue point here, and we have a mains 230 volt socket here, but see, these aren't as good as the, in my opinion, not as good as the whale ones, because unless you clip them down like that, they can flap around in the wind, and sometimes the clips fail. There we go. Sometimes the clips might fail. They did on my old caravan, and then you have that tip all night. But at least you've got a barbecue point and main socket, and we've got an exterior locker there. That's our external access to the underseat locker. It's not sealed. One-piece door with a roof with a light above it. Sorry, tell it's getting on now in the day. And we actually also have a decent, very strong magnet to hold the door back, but very strong. It's very effective. And then we have another exterior access locker here to the area under the bed. We have a transverse bed, as you may have guessed by the lack of window to the rear of the near side. But look, there are no fridge vents, there's no toilet cassette hatch, there's no battery box, nothing that you don't want on the awning side is there. So that is really, really good. And then also really befitting a premium caravan is this back panel. Really, really smart. And you can see you've got fixings there for a 2-lay cycle rack as well. So excellent. We've got regular corner steadies. Obviously you wouldn't get the heavy duty ones at this price bracket. So also unique to Kimberley Caravan's icon are these graphics. Very smart indeed. And then, as I said, the fridge vents, the mains inlet, and your toilet cassette emptying hatch are all on the offside, as is the flue to the Truma water heater. So all the business is on the offside, away from the awning, and that is absolutely superb. So that's the exterior of the Swift Icon T48. Now let's take a closer look at the interior. So as you come through the door, as I said, one-piece entry door with a window, and we have the obligatory bin on the back. And as we come in, well, the first thing I see in the kitchen is the Dometic Series 10 fridge. Yeah, I'm gonna say it, folks, with the annoying blue LEDs. Oh, please, will they do something about that? Anyway, let's just take my shoes off. So first things first, let's give you a quick sweep of the interior so you can get to see what is where and get a feel of it. So there you have a quick sweep of the interior. Now let's go into a little more detail. Now you can see this is a really spacious lounge area, and thanks to the 8-foot width of the caravan. And Kimberley has this lovely bespoke upholstery, really, really bright and contemporary. And another upgrade you get with the Kimberley icon are pleated cassette blinds. So that is excellent. At the front here we've got 2 USB ports and we have 1 main socket, but I don't see any aerial point for your TV. The TV station is over by the door here. and that's where you've got both 12-volt socket, 220-volt socket, and your aerial point. So your TV would go here, either on the shelf if you've got shelf freestanding, or you could put a bracket on that bulkhead there. And then this is just where the alarms should be, smoke alarm, etc., which have been removed for show purposes. Above the door we've got the main control panel and the control panel iNet ready for the Truma Combi heating system. So that works off both gas and mains. And looking up, oh, we've actually got a HECI. My goodness, don't see many of these to the pound anymore. So we've got a MIDI HECI roof light. Very good. And then we've got the sunroof here. Just turn around. Sunroof. And then great panoramic lounge as well. Really nice. And these lovely upholstered panels. So no curtains at the side windows. We've got these upholstered panels instead of curtains to sort of make it look a bit softer. That works really well. We look here. So you've got a little occasional table there for 2 people, or you can work there as well if you've got your laptop, because as I say, you've got your mains socket there and your USBs there. What have we got under here? So just somewhere there to put your shoes. And then we got a sort of a double drawer here, which I don't know, some people like them, some people don't, because it looks neat, but if you want something in this drawer, it's a 2-stage process to get to it, and also it's not quite as smooth as it should be. Was that soft close? Almost. Also just got these little upholstered tags here as well, which just give it all a luxury feel. And can you see the sculptured cushions? So they're flat, fairly flat, which is going to make bed making so much easier when we get to that. But they've still got these sort of sculptured finish to give it that sort of really homely sort of look. Now the kitchen, so we'll ignore that Dometic Series 10 fridge because I think I've said enough about it already. Extra workspace, and we've got 2 mains sockets here, and above we've got a microwave, plenty of storage, and I like the stainless sink. Not quite as much as I like as the 3-burner hob, which is fine. It's the same as I've got in my caravan. So obviously no mains hot plate at this price point, and you've got sort of these 2 medium-sized burners, which if you've got something small are a little bit too big, but that's just the way it comes. But you do have a separate grill and oven. Really good storage here. So that is fixed, I believe. Yeah, so this shelf here is fixed, so limited use really, because if you've got something at the back of that shelf and it doesn't slide out, it's going to be a bit tricky to get hold of something there. So yeah, that's a little bit, it's okay. I mean, it's better than leaving nothing there. So, you know, get some marks for that, but it would be great if it slid out. But again, that is a concession to the price point. And then your cutlery drawer is here. And like I said at the front of the caravan, it's just a 2-stage process. Oops. If you want to grab a teaspoon, you've got to open a cupboard and open the drawer, rather than just open the drawer. But it looks really neat. So you pays your money, you takes your choice. So that is the kitchen. How's the lighting? And the lighting's very good as well. We've got these downlighters here in the kitchen, and we've got the lighting above the lockers as well, all the way around the caravan. And just looking at the lighting here in the lounge, we've got these downlighters here too, and we've got more USB points. We've got 2 more there, and we've got 2 more on the other side of the caravan. So just at the front of the caravan, we've got 6 USB ports. Wow. Wow. Now, one omission as when it comes to the kitchen is if you look up, there's no roof light over the kitchen. So if you're cooking, then the smells, if they don't go out the window, they're going to go up, and they're either going to go out the bedroom roof light or out the front roof light. So again, it's just one of those concessions to the price tag, folks. No roof light over the kitchen. Anyway, moving on to the bedroom. So can we segregate this off? Yes, we can if we want. So no surprises, it's a fabric door to segregate off the bedroom if you want a bit of privacy. And then you've got these little shelves by the bed. This one's got a 240 volt socket. The other one does not. So now you do have, once again, 2 more USBs there above the bed, but you would have to then put your devices in one of these lockers overnight, because you've got the outlet, but you haven't actually got anywhere to put your devices. So they would have to, you have to pop them inside a locker if you want to charge up your devices overnight, because you certainly wouldn't want a cable straggling all the way from there down to here. But we're really good on storage here. Oh, and we've got more drawers in cupboards in that, and this will be your wardrobe. So we've got 2 wardrobes. Very good, very good. We'll come back to the bed in a minute. We'll give that a measure when we make up the front bed. And at the base of the bed, we've got another TV station here with mains 12 volts and aerial socket. We've got a mirror here. Very nice. So if you've got a mirror, you know what's coming. Hello. Sorry. And then moving down, we've got the upholstered window there. And we've got a small mini GEEKY roof light over the bed. So this wardrobe is considerably narrower. So you're going to have to fight over who gets the big wardrobe. And there's no drawers in here. This is just a cupboard. So we've got the sliding door here. Let's just have a look at it with the door closed. Yeah, makes it very cozy. Very cozy. So we have an opaque window in the washroom, which I like to see, and we have one small mini GEEKY, teeny GEEKY in the roof there. Electric flush toilet, as you would expect, and then yeah, just a pretty functional sink, you know, tap, all that kind of thing. Very neat touch here. Icon engraved into the mirror. Would you like a second hello? Why not? Hello. Sorry. That's a cupboard. And then finally the shower compartment, which, as you can see, is different sections. So again, you just need to keep your eye on the sealant to make sure that that doesn't deteriorate, that would let any water through. Now, one thing you'll notice is missing. There is no hanging rail in the shower. So that's something to be aware of. All you've got really in the washroom, you've got a peg there, and you've got a towel ring there. So where you'd actually hang out towels to dry is anybody's guess. A towel rail would be a better option here, wouldn't it? As I say, no rail in the shower to dry off your towels, which is a bit unfortunate, a bit of an oversight I think on their Swift, so they might want to think about that for the future. So that is an in-depth tour of the interior. So let's now get the tape measures, make up that front bed and measure it, and then we'll measure this main bed. Right, so let's have a go at this front bed now. I think these pull out, that's right. So that comes down, holds like that. Same again this side. Then it's just a matter of, or is it? I need some extra cushions somewhere. Found them, they're in the wardrobe. Oh, it's a bit of a squish. There. Yeah, there you go. I think if you were doing this properly, you might shuffle the cushions around, play with them, see how you do. But my word, oh my word, gosh, how's that for space? Let's grab the tape measure and see exactly how much there is here. So that is 7'5". Yeah, 7'5", 226 centimeters. That is huge. And this way we are a slightly less generous 4'0", 122 centimeters. So yeah, if you're very tall and you're looking for a bed, this could be the answer. So this is the front bed. What about the main bed? Let's go measure that one. Right, so just before we measure the main bed, if you're thinking of using those front seats as singles, they are 5'3" long, 160 centimeters. So only for people of diminutive stature or small people like children. So this bed is just over 6 foot, just over 184 centimeters, and the width is just over 4'4", 134 centimeters. But what I like about this bed, it does have small cut-offs here, but there's none of this shunting it up and down during the day. So it's a proper fixed bed that stays here. There's none of this shuffling about to try and make some room to get through. Just out of interest, at the foot of the bed here, we have 17 inches or 43 centimeters of space between the bed and the bulkhead. So really good size to walk through, and a decent 6 foot bed with, as I say, none of this shuffling around and shortening it and pulling it out at night and then being stuck the wrong side of it when it's pulled out at night. So yes, very impressed with that. Now the last thing to do now is find the dining table and set that up in the lounge. And let's grab this. Right, so the table is stored in the wardrobe here. Now that would be really inconvenient if that was full of clothes to get to the table. But Swift have thought about that, and they've put a second access door here so you can get the table straight out. So that is really good attention to detail. So let's get the table out and set it up and see how it looks. Okay, so okay, so that was fairly straightforward, and it's a nice size table, nice and wide, so it's wide enough. As you can see, it doesn't quite match the height of the chest and the pull-out table, so it could do with being those couple of inches taller just to match the height, but I mean that's no great shakes. You've got plenty of room for the 4 people to dine here. It's a 4-berth caravan, but you've also got room for 6 people here as well. So if you've got friends around for dinner, just 2 of them are going to be you know, on the higher table, and 4 of you will be on the lower table. I think if you were having family meals, you would just forget that and just work on the four people sitting here. But you've got somewhere here to put the you know, some extra food or the condiments, all that kind of stuff. So plenty of space. So I'm very impressed with that indeed. So that, my friends, is the Swift Kimberley Icon T48. Who is this caravan for? Well, it's a 4-berth caravan, but also it does as a luxurious 2-berth caravan with the fixed bed in the middle. Obviously, if you're using it as a 4-berth, bear in mind that unless the 2 people sleeping at the front are less than 5'3" tall, they're going to be sharing a double. So if you've got teenagers, make sure that they're happy with sharing a double. But no matter how tall those teenagers are, they're going to fit on this bed, which is fantastic. Lovely bright interior. Some of the upgrades that Kimberley have made are fantastic. I like the fact they've now ditched the curtains in the lounge area and in the bedroom, and they've put these upholstered panels instead. Just sort of makes it a little bit less fussy and a bit more contemporary. I do like too the blinds that Kimberley have put in, these pleated blinds. I think they are a luxury touch. Overall, the bed is great because there's none of this shoving the bed up during the daytime, pulling it out at night, and there's no shuffling around the bed at night if it's pulled out. But for that luxury, you do have an 8-foot wide caravan, which is fine for UK roads, but obviously it's going to be a bit more of a cause of anxiety on the back of the car than a 7'2" van or a 7'6" van if you're towing on 2-way roads. So really it's more suited for people who are going to site it and leave it there for long periods, whether that's your, you know, just your 3-week summer holiday down in Cornwall, put the awning up and leave it there and just go up and down the M6 or M5 to get there. Perfect. If you're going to put it on a seasonal pitch, perfect. If you're going to take it down to the south of France for 3 months in the winter, perfect. If you're going to tour Scotland or Wales or Cornwall, bit wide. So consider that. What else would I consider? Yeah, it's a 4-berth caravan, but it's equally as good for couples. So don't let that put you off. Couple of shortcomings. I feel I'd like to see a roof vent over the kitchen. These are concessions to the price tag. I'd like to see a proper towel rail, proper facility to drying the towels in the shower. There are no coat hooks as you come in the door, but there is a cupboard to put your shoes, so that's, you know, halfway there. But other than that, other than those small sort of shortcomings, I think it's absolutely cracking, absolutely brilliant caravan. So here we go, the star of the show to close the video. I hope you enjoyed that tour of the Kimberley Caravans Swift Icon T48. I would like to say a massive thank you to Kimberley Caravans for sponsoring this video without interfering with the content. And please be assured, folks, that in order for me to be able to sleep at night, the content of this video is 100% genuine. So thanks to Kimberley Caravans for sponsoring us and supporting the channel. If you'd like to find out more about this caravan, I'll leave a link to Kimberley Caravans in the description below this video. And there are branches in Darlington, where we are now, in Nottingham and in Chesterfield. So I hope you enjoyed this video, folks. If you did, you know what to do. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you don't already. And it just leaves me to say, from Dougal and from me, thanks for tuning in. There. Did you like it, Dougal? Did you like it? I know you couldn't go in that one either, could you? I don't let you in these caravans, do I? No. Mean daddy. Mean, nasty daddy. He never smiles. Oh, smile, Dougal, smile. Oh.
Se danse, c'est la femme de sa vie, c'est la femme de sa vie.